What is up, everybody? Sorry I am late today. I had a last minute consultation, help out with someone over the phone, just, like figuring out where's my money, how do I transfer this to go over there? I need gas, I need some Ethereum for the gas fee. So a lot of simple questions if you're not new to crypto. It's simple to me, but quite complicated to the newbie out there if you're just a hodler. But if you guys need any help, join the crypto club. I'm glad I'm here to help you as much as I can. I'm the Sarasota one. We also have Nashville and Boston and Dallas coming very soon, but each club has its own expert crypto user out there to be able to help you out and get you what you need to do. But welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa Show, where I cover the daily crypto news. That way you can be informed on what's going on, what's happening, and it's great to hear about like the advancements in blockchain technology, Bitcoin, cryptos, because the mainstream media doesn't really talk about it. They talk about, Bitcoin's price is here and this is what's going on in politics. Now we're getting that. We're getting a little bit more news. But back then, you don't get any of these news. You got to really dive deep and see what's going on in the space. But I hope everyone had a great Easter, 420 for those stoners out there, and also Resurrection Day for Jesus. Yes, because other than Easter, it is Jesus' Resurrection Day. He died for our sins, and then he rose 3 days later. And since he rose, it looks like prices have rose too. We are in the green. So yes, we are in the green today, looking good. Bitcoin even touched 87,000. We're up 3.9%. So woo, pretty good. But let's get to the news today now and see what's going on. Banks are reigniting their interest now because again, times are changing. Some regulations and rules are being put in place. So let's hear about the banks, just this reignite interest in them. So here we go. This is going to be our first article about the U.S. banks reignite crypto interest amid a political shift. So banks at Global have been revising their stance over crypto, and big groups such as Deutsche Bank and Standard Chartered, says a Wall Street Journal reported that these two are seeking to expand their services in the United States. Now, it's worth noting that the report doesn't assure how long, but says that the renewed interest of traditional players currently is comparative, the same as seen before the collapse of FTX. So before FTX's collapse, there was so much interest. They were going with partnerships here, and again, there was so much news going on with FTX. They came out of nowhere, and then eventually found out Sam Bankman-Fried fraud. Whole thing was messed up, and that's definitely what was the true start of the last bull runs. And because after that, then we saw Three Arrows Capital, a lot of these lending companies go under too. So it was just the start of the bear market time. But before that even happened, though, there was a lot of interest, and looks like banks are putting in just as much interest as they were before. So hopefully there's no slip-ups this time. But a few know to the fact that says that the renewed interest has been observed when Donald Trump spoke about Bitcoin and crypto openly in his rallies and election campaigns. However, a few sources also claim that Coinbase, Paxos, Circle, and BitGo are gearing up for the application for bank charters or licenses, according to the report by Anchorage Digital, which is under reported scrutiny from the United States Homeland Security, which has already spent millions of dollars to meet regulatory guidance. And I believe we do have an article next up about BitGo is helping out. Who was that one? Wait, never mind. It's Bybit. Bybit's the one helping out Vietnam get into crypto. But is the U.S. really showing mixed sentiments for crypto right now? Well, over the years, cryptocurrency remained a debatable topic in the United States. But after back-to-back crackdowns from the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States, crypto gathered huge negative attention, but Bitcoin and others similar turned this in an opportunity and registered an all-time high just below the mark of 110,000. Now, there are some who favor the ongoing spikes in the market just because of comparisons of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP from the assets and commodities in traditional, which has sparked positive sentiments in investors of different sectors. But the sector is now gaining recognition global as Donald Trump is the sitting president of the United States and promised in his pre-election campaigns that he will do something good for Bitcoin and make U.S. the hub and central center of digital economy. Now, it is noteworthy that after Trump came in power, agencies and regulators has decreased its scrutiny over crypto and has reversed several decisions and lawsuits filed under the chairship of Gary Gensler. Now, Gary Gensler has served as the chairman for the SEC. He left his position right before Trump was fully in power, and following his departure, Mark Ulita was appointed as an interim head of the commission, and he also contributed a huge in just a few days after his Paul Atkins is now serving as the chairman of the SEC. Now, also, the United States has revised its crypto task force, which is responsible for functioning and other related things in the United States. So that's always great news. We actually have a team who gets crypto, understands it, and it's definitely going to push it through the better. Now, crypto market's price right now, as we're writing from this article, the market capitalization was at 2.73 trillion as a whole for the entire market, not just Bitcoin. And at the same crypto fear grid index, which was at 34. So wait, are we at 34 right now? I always counted that's the end of the video. We are at 32 right now, but that's still higher than what it was last week. But yeah, so Bitcoin's price is currently at 86,000. Are we at 87 right now? We are at 87.9. We are almost at $88,000, guys. So woo! So yeah, so I don't know, was this the news that made people start getting into it, or we just knew the markets were going to start bumping soon, whether you're a technical analysis chart person or guy, or any of you guys doing some Bitcoin scalping over there, but he's following the chart. He's going, oh, we're due to it. He was saying it all weekend. And of course, on Sunday, we get that nice little rise. And what else is going on? But we also just kind of knew, like, we're in that time. We're just waiting. A lot of us think the bull run could be pushed to the summertime a little bit later, or not just the bull run, let's say altcoin season, because that didn't really hit yet. But alt season may hit like later in the summertime, not right now. But usual cycles are around like this time right now. So we're just waiting to see what happens. Is the bull run starting? Is this just a Bitcoin rise? Or are we going to see all markets? So we'll just stay in the loop and see what else is going on. But now let's move on to our next article on Vietnam's finance ministry partners with Bybit to launch a pilot crypto trading platform. So even Vietnam's getting involved in crypto. Well, they've been in it for some time now, I think they talked about CBDCs out there and other stuff, but looks like they're making a partnership to expand their interests. So I guess, again, guys, the world is adopting Bitcoin now. It's like there's been a major change in just the narrative with it. And so everyone's a little bit more friendlier, not so concerned. And like they're going, you know what, maybe we need to get on it. So let's go through this article. We'll hear about this new partnership. So Vietnam is currently accelerating its involvement in crypto's industry, ranking third in the world for the number of investors participating in crypto asset trading. As such, the country has reportedly chosen Bybit as an ally to further expand its presence in the digital asset sector. Now, the proliferation of underground and unofficial transactions is posing substantial risks to investors, prompting the government to prioritize the establishment of a robust legal framework for effective regulation. Now, Vietnam's financial minister proposes a legal framework for crypto. Ministers of Finance Thang recently announced that the Ministry of Finance has been tasked with leading efforts to create a comprehensive legal framework governing crypto asset transactions. Now, in early May, the MOF plans to submit a resolution to the government proposing a pilot program for a regulated crypto asset trading platform. Now, this aims to control risks associated with crypto trading while providing a transparent and secure environment for business and investors. Now, this mechanism also helps to utilize resources from crypto assets to develop the digital economy in Vietnam, Minister Tang emphasized, highlighting that the potential benefits of a well-regulated crypto market. Now, cryptocurrency exchange Bybit was founded in 2018 in Dubai and is playing a crucial role in the country's regulatory moves as the second largest cryptocurrency exchange globally, trailing only Binance. Bybit has expressed strong interest in supporting Vietnam's regulatory efforts, and co-founder Zhao stated that Vietnam has great potential to develop a crypto asset market once a legal framework is established, as well as regulated exchange can bring many positive efforts to the country. Now, Zhao has proposed a sandbox model or a controlled environment that allows for the safe testing of trading features to assist the MOF in drafting the legal framework. This aims to ensure that new regulations can be effectively trialed before full implementation. Now, Zhao also noted that the exchange has established tools and collaborations with major global organizations, enabling comprehensive transactions tracking to prevent illicit money flows. Now, one of the largest hacks in crypto history, this regulatory pushes comes on the heels of a significant scrutiny, the breach that Bybit experienced in March, which involved its Ethereum cold wallet. And this incident marked one of the largest hacks in cryptocurrency history, with an estimated losses exceeding 1.5 billion. But they recovered. They're fine. It didn't disrupt anything really from them. Like, it paused some withdrawals for just a few moments, but they had enough backing to cover that loss. So this was a chance where like some exchanges out there are ready for this to happen. It still sucks that it did. I think it was like the Lazarus group that did it, but Yeah, well, that was one of the biggest hacks known to history, but luckily it didn't shut them down. They kept going. So I guess this probably brought confidence with Vietnam to like go, you know what, they're still around. They solved this. Like maybe they are good. So, But during the breach, approximately 401,347,000 ETH, valued at around $1.12 billion, were withdrawn, and additional losses include 90,376 ST ETH, worth 253.16 million, 15,000 CME ETH, valued at 44.13 million, and 8,000 M ETH, totaling 23 million. The total estimated loss from the system stands at approximately 1.44 billion. But as reported by News BTC, the Bybit hack was executed through a sophisticated manipulation of transaction process, allowing the attacker to mask the signing interface while altering the underlying smart contract logic. Now, on-chain market intelligence firm Arkham Intelligence reported that the evidence provided by crypto sleuth ZachXBT linked the Bybit hack to a notorious Lazarus Group, a North Korea-backed hacker organization. So yeah, those guys have been stealing so much money in crypto, and they're going after the big guys too when it comes to it, but they also go through a couple of other hacks out there. But yeah, so they were responsible for that hack with Bybit, but again, Bybit survived, it was strong, and now Vietnam's financial ministry is partnering with them to come up with a crypto trading platform and more rules to go by it. And yeah, they're not the only one. I think last week we covered CZ, the ex-owner of Binance. He's working with countries too to help get some crypto policies going, maybe some CBDCs out there too. But I think he's mainly like in Pakistan and some other areas out there. But I'm sure he's going to be working with a lot of others right now. So we have people in the industry helping countries get onboarded. And a lot of these guys too are also on the crypto task force here in America. Like I know we got Bo Hines. I forgot what he was from too, but he's very strong and good for a crypto, as we've heard with him. But no, a lot of players in the industry are helping governments and countries get on board with crypto. Now that it's friendly, it's like, okay, let's learn about this. How do we do this right? Let's get an expert, and they are finally doing it. So woo, way to go, Vietnam and the rest of the world for just building up this crypto adoption. Now let's move into a supermarket in Switzerland is accepting Bitcoin. That's right. Switzerland is embracing Bitcoin. And yeah, I guess Spar, the supermarket, is embracing it as well. But so yeah, the international retail giant launches Bitcoin Lightning Network payments at Zug location, signaling potential wider adoption across 13,900 global stores. So very nice. Now, Spar has begun accepting Bitcoin payments as its Zug, Switzerland location, marking another milestone in Switzerland's progressive approach to Bitcoin's adoption. Now, the implementation uses the Lightning Network through DFX's Swiss's open crypto pay solution, enabling instant transactions at the point of sales. Now, the store's location in Zug, often called Crypto Valley, reflects Switzerland's embrace of the technology. The country has emerged as a global leader in Bitcoin's adoption, with cities like Zug and Lugano spearheading the initiative to integrate Bitcoin in everyday transactions. And Lugano was actually, one of the first stories I heard in my journey of reporting the crypto news to you. They had a after-school program to teach their students about Bitcoin. They gave them a portfolio and they said, okay, what can you do with it? So they were teaching them about it. It was like a summer program at the end, and that was pretty cool. And we just kept getting more and more news from it. Let's go over some more of this news article. So Lugano in particular has made many headlines with its Plan B initiative, which aims to make Bitcoin a de facto legal tender in the city. The plan was supported by Mayor Michel Folletti and has already enabled Bitcoin payments for taxes, public services, and at hundreds of local merchants. The city has also partnered with Tether to establish a technology education center and startup fund. Now, the Spar location is among the first supermarkets in Switzerland where you can pay directly at the checkout using Bitcoin via LNURL. The DFX Swiss announced that the implementation could pave the way for expansion across Spar's network over the 13,900 stores in 48 countries, which serves approximately 14.7 million customers daily. Now, the Bitcoin Association in Switzerland director Rahim Tagizadan demonstrated that the system's simplicity, just scan a static QR code, send sats, and immediate and easy registration by the cashier. This user-friendly approach aligns with Switzerland's vision of making Bitcoin transactions accessible to just everyday customers. Now, the country's Bitcoin-friendly stance has attracted numerous Bitcoin and crypto companies and initiatives around. And beyond Zug and Lugano, cities across Switzerland are exploring similar programs supported by robust banking sectors that are increasingly embracing Bitcoin. Now, the SPAR initiative builds on this foundation, joining other Swiss retailers and businesses in accepting Bitcoin payments, and the move could influence adoption across the retail sector, particularly given that Switzerland's role as a model for Bitcoin integration in traditional finance and commerce. So that's pretty cool. So if you're in the European nation, again, like because they have multiple locations, just not in Switzerland, but SPAR. Is that what the bank's called? Payment at Zug, Switzerland. So I can't tell if Zug is just a city. Store's location in Zug. So this is probably Spar is the one. What was it? Do you guys remember what it was when what actual supermarket is, or is it actually just called Spar Supermarket? I guess so. But Spar Supermarket being a place where you can use your Bitcoin to pay for your groceries, not bad. Like you may not want to do that just for right now because Bitcoin's price can go higher, but say you bought Bitcoin, like you got Bitcoin 1 week, say it's part of your paycheck now, so you earn Bitcoin, you don't do grocery shop until Friday, and say Bitcoin went up a little bit. Oh, now I got a little extra cash for my groceries. So that's kind of one way to see if you want to use your Bitcoin. But again, like I say, keep holding on to your Bitcoin, but there will be a time where you will be able to use it again at supermarkets, gas stations, your banks. Like it'll be soon everywhere will Bitcoin be accepted, and maybe some other cryptos as well. But Bitcoin's definitely the head runner of all this. So that's our supermarket news in Switzerland accepting Bitcoin payments now. Woo! Now let's move on to a loaning company. I believe that's what it was. Yes, a lender company. LEDN is eyeing California for an expansion as TradeFi prepares to deploy big dollars at a scale. So the company is, eyeing California. So let's go through this article just a little bit more. So I actually didn't read this. I saw it and I was like, you know what? Let's go through this together. So let's learn about this article together, see what this lending platform is actually doing. So LEDN CEO said that the centralized crypto lender now has 1.5 billion worth of assets on its platform. So LEDN, a crypto lender operating in over 130 countries, wants to expand its services within the US and is eyeing approvals on the West Coast as Wall Street competitors lean into the space. Now, we just submitted our application to the state of California. LEDN co-founder and CEO Adam Reeds told Decrypt in an interview that as the Bitcoin price increases and more people own Bitcoin, that'll help justify the compliance costs of opening up in new regions. Now, established in 2018, LEDN is among the largest centralized crypto lenders left standing after a series of high-profile blowups that reshaped the sector in 2022, according to a report from Galaxy Digital. And I was talking about that, and it's like how in the first article I was saying, like before, like FTX's collapse, and we had like those lending companies like go under too, like banks were at high interest, but no, like these were some of them. Like these were some of those companies that went down, but LEDN is one that survived. Yeah, no, like the companies out there that went down were again with Three Arrows Capital, Celsius, was Silvergate just a bank or was that actually a lending program? And then there was like one other one out there, Three Arrows Capital, Celsius, and I can't remember, but there was a couple other ones out there. But again, some of them still stand. Tether was one, as well as LEDN. So yeah. But Galaxy noted that its stablecoin issuer Tether and LEDN accounted for 90% of the 11.2 billion in outstanding loans as at the end of the last year. Now, the metric is still well off 2022's 34.8 billion peak, juiced by now defunct firms like BlockFi and Genesis, but with financial titans like Cantor Fitzgerald building its own Bitcoin financing arm, Reeds argued that the market could soon see a massive shift right now. Now, Reed said that 90% of the firm's business involves lending US dollars to individuals that don't want to sell their Bitcoin, originating loans that can be as small as $500. Firms like Cantor will open up more funding sources, lowering LEDN's cost of the capital and helping the firm deliver services at a better cost for individuals, Adam argued. Now, as institutions come in, the lowest hanging fruit is for them to deploy big dollars at scale. And he added, it becomes less of a scary pioneering and it switches to a boredom FOMO issue. Now, where Cantor's competitors say, why are we not doing this too? Well, prior to US President Donald Trump's re-election, one might point to former SE chair and crypto skeptic Gary Gensler. Yet he hindered a lot of stuff in the space. Now, critics argue that the commission's emphasis on the enforcement actions chilled innovation and deterred traditional finance firms under his watch, and he did. Now, although Gensler has resigned and the regulator has adopted crypto-friendly stance, Ledin operates across a patchwork of lending licenses in the US. The firm currently makes loans available in 39 states, service from the Cayman Islands, with California and Tennessee notably excluded, but it looks like they're trying to get in on that side. But with the global impact going on, Reeds believes that Ledin could eventually become licensed within all 50 states, but at the same time, a large portion of the 1.5 billion assets on Ledin's platform is tied to the global south. The overall amount of the asset on Ledin's platform has increased 140% over the past year, he said, and Ledin has gained traction in countries that have poor property rights. And Reeds explained that allowing users to access capital on this level playing field when pledging assets like land may not be feasible. Now, in most countries, lending is for the rich, he said. Now, we can actually stop disadvantaging people that are just at the luck of the draw or where they were born. But in that sense, the emergence of institutions like Cantor are a notable windfall, according to Zach Bacorny, research analyst at Galaxy. Now, more competition should lead to lower fees, and increased liquidity should make loans cheaper, he told Decrypt. Now, it should make things cheaper and allow things to scale a bit faster, he said, and we have general operational costs decreasing combined with this possibility of decreased cost of capital. Now, in terms of reputation, Pokorny said that the centralized crypto lenders are still living in the shadow of 2022, but the overall space has become more transparent and users gravitate towards decentralized finance, or DeFi, which now accounts for 60% of the total cryptocurrency borrowers. Now, referencing the DeFi lending protocol Aave, Pokorny noted that wrapped Bitcoin is becoming a more common form of collateral, mirroring Ledin's reported bread and butter. Now, it is quite popular. Pokorny said that Bitcoin is now most likely used as a form of collateral on Aave on Ethereum, which is the largest on-chain lending market. So these guys are using mainly like Ethereum and Aave. But if you want to use Bitcoin to be able to be a part of that, yeah, there is a process called wrapped Bitcoin, where it's like the Bitcoin's held by a third-party custody, and then in exchange is you're getting wrapped Bitcoin, which is one-to-one, should be one-to-one value of it. And that way you put that on its platform, you borrow against it, and then in the end, you just have to switch back from wrapped Bitcoin to Bitcoin once you pay off the loan. But no, so London is still increasing its loans office out there, and they're now trying to move to California since they were not allowed in California and Tennessee for some reason. So we'll keep an eye on this expansion, see how they do. And I know, yeah, guys, if you ever want to borrow against your Bitcoin, but what are you going to use it for? If you want to use it for crypto mining, give the call a club. We have so many extra perks going on with just being a member. So if you're not in the area, again, there's no KYC Bitcoin purchases. We offer that to any of our club members. And if you don't know what no KYC is, that's what everyone always asks. It's know your customer. It's so the big brother government knows what you're doing so they can get their little tax and piece of the pie from what you're doing. But that's why we offer no KYC. So big brother government can't know about that. It's just going from wallet to wallet, peer to peer. You're good. So that's a good perk there. And then again, the other perks, the borrow against your Bitcoin, put that towards crypto mining. We can help you out with that as well. Because we were making so many new partnerships in the space. The club's getting bigger, and yeah, we want to compete with all these guys out there. We're competitors with Ledin now. So woo. So that is our London news with California. Let's take a quick little break right now, play a commercial ad for you before we continue on with the news. So here we go.
In a world where your data is constantly under attack, one company stands for your digital freedom. Introducing Calyx Solutions, your gateway to ultimate online privacy and secure cryptocurrency trading. Meet the Liberty Laptop. With its modified OS and advanced tracking prevention, it's your shield against surveillance. Access restricted areas, use recommended security software, and browse with confidence. Your digital footprint? Virtually non-existent. For the crypto pros, we present the Crypto Laptop. Pre-configured on premium hardware for secure trading. Optimized for your favorite wallets and exchanges, it's the fortress your digital assets deserve. Both laptops come with expert individual training and support. You're never alone in your journey to digital empowerment. At Calyx Solutions, we put you in control. No more worrying about data breaches or compromised transactions. Ready to join the revolution? Visit calyxsolutions.io and choose your perfect laptop today. Plus, become an affiliate and earn while sharing the power of digital freedom. Calyx Solutions. Unlock your digital freedom. Give us a call or text at 702-845-8276 or visit us directly at calyxsolutions.io.
And we are back. So yes, if you want your crypto safe, maybe get a crypto-only laptop from Calyx Solutions. Now let's continue on with the news. What else is going on? We got some Ethereum news on Vitalik Buterin is proposing swapping EVM language for RISC-V. The Ethereum co-founder continues to propose ideas to make smart contract blockchain more competitive with high throughput chains. So why is Vitalik doing this? Like, he needs to go full throttle, like, because other chains out there, like there's a debate right now about Solana briefly flipping Ethereum in the staking market. So Solana passed that cap. So maybe Vitalik wants to make some changes to compete, because a lot of the competitor coins and blockchains out there for Ethereum are Solana is one of them, Cardano is one of them. Who are some other guys? I know there are probably some other chains out there, because then it's also kind of like, for what these chains were doing to be in competition, you have other layer 2 blockchains where they're trying to solve the problems Ethereum has by making cheaper gas fees, faster transactions. They made layer 2s, so Uniswap, Aave, Avalanche. I think Avalanche is layer 2, but there are layers on top of Ethereum's blockchain. So I believe like it's more competing with like, the Solana, Cardano's out there blockchains, because they're fast, they have smart contract capabilities, and with staking capabilities, Solana passed briefly on it, and so looks like he has to make some changes. Let's learn about this RISC-V. What is it, and how is it going to differ? So Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin has proposed replacing the current Ethereum virtual machine contract language with the RISC-V instruction set architecture to improve the speed and efficiency of the Ethereum's network's execution layer. Now, Buterin's April 20th proposal outlines several long-term bottlenecks for scaling Ethereum's network, including stable data availability, sampling, ensuring block production remains competitive, and zero-knowledge EVM proving. Now, the Ethereum co-founder argued that implementing the RISC-V architecture and smart contracts would keep block production markets competitive and improve the efficiency of zero-knowledge functions for the execution layer. Buterin wrote that the Beam chain efforts hold great promise for greatly simplifying the consensus layer of Ethereum, but for the execution layer to similar gains. This kind of radical change may be the only viable path. Now, the proposal highlights the Ethereum network's struggle to improve throughput and remain competitive with the next generation of monolithic blockchain such as Solana and the Sui network. Oh yeah, Sui is another big competitor that just came out of the blue at the time when investors are losing confidence in their original smart contract blockchain. So yeah, some people out there are feeling that, like Ethereum is not keeping up to today's game. So, and yeah, Sui is definitely being a top rider. Solana's always been a good one, but no mention of Cardano. I wonder why. But no, so they gotta compete. But Ethereum's scaling woes and a collapse of Ether's price. Ethereum's blob fees, transaction fees taken from Ethereum's layer 2 scaling networks, dropped to a weekly low of 3.18 ETH during the week of March 30th, according to data from Etherscan. Now, using the current Ether prices, the 3.18 ETH collected for blob fees during the period equaled approximately $5,000. Now, in April 2025, the Ethereum network's fees dropped to their lowest level since 2020, averaging around 16 cents per transaction. And that's pretty good, because I think right now, today, it's like $20 again. But according to the Sentiment Market Director, Brian Quinilov, the dramatic reduction in fees is due to fewer users sending transactions on the Ethereum base layer, opting instead to use smart contracts or one of Ethereum's mini layer 2 scaling solutions. So here's a chart showcasing how it's been dropping lately, because again, people are probably moving over to Solana, Cardano, Base, they're just using other ones. But Ethereum's layer 2 networks have been described as a double-edged sword that dramatically lower transaction costs on the base layer, but also cannibalize the Ethereum's base layer's revenue. So, Now, concerns surrounding the revenue generated on the base layer and the corrosive effects of layer 2 scaling solutions on Ethereum's marketplace share have driven the price of Ether to historic lows and could plunge Ether's price further to around $1,100 if investor confidence continue to wane. So that's a prediction on price on where ETH could go if investors are still waning. They're trying to move different chains out there. But still, just remember, Ethereum is the first one. There's still tons of users out there. It's still in the mainstream narrative out there. Because when you look at the news and for those ones talking about crypto, they only show 3 or 4 tokens. They'll show you Bitcoin, they'll show you Ethereum, they'll show you XRP, and then usually Litecoin's on there too. So it's still one of the mainstream narratives where a lot of people know about it. Not as much as Bitcoin. Like everyone around the world knows about Bitcoin now. Ethereum, like that's like going, what is this? I'm not sure about it, but there's still more people than the other currencies out there. But yeah, so Vitalik's making some changes right now. We'll see if he moves on to the RISC-V standard instead of the Ethereum virtual machine standard. And yeah, I'll keep you posted on what's going on with that blockchain because I still like Ethereum. I just want to follow what's going on with them. So that is that. Let's move on to some gaming news out there. We're getting some games on a chain, and specifically Minecraft. Surprisingly, right after the movie, that did very well. But the Minecraft clone puts every game action on chain now, and here's why. So every block you mine, craft, or place is tracked on chain in the Minecraft-like Chunked, the first in a series of experiments by MS Squared, or Miss Squared, that's what we're calling them. But a Minecraft clone on the Somnia blockchain testnet called Chunked puts every in-game action on the blockchain, from a player's movement to every block placed, mined, or crafted. So if you ever played Minecraft, those are some terms. Like every time you move, like it's keeping track of that data now. When you are placing a block, like that is in the game, it's kind of like Legos but digital. You have a wood block, you got a stone block, so now they're going to keep track of every single one of those where it gets placed. Also mined, you mine in the game. You have a little stick and shovel. You go in there, or you got to craft it. You mine some blocks out there, and then you can craft something. So it's keeping a full-on record of this cloned Minecraft game. The creators at MS Squared, a division of the metaverse tech builder Improbable, says that this is the first of a number of blockchain experiments as the firm looks to see how far it can push the boundaries of crypto gaming. Now, playing the game is a smooth experience, even with all the on-chain hooks, as there isn't any noticeable lag when placing or mining a block. That said, some issues can arise when crafting, with the blocks momentarily disappearing from a player's inventory, plus the game world's borders are fairly small, significantly reducing the infinite sandbox experience of the real Minecraft game. Now, it's Chunked in Time. Our on-chain MMO sandbox is now live. Every block placed Minecraft is verifiable on the Somnia network. Now let's see, how long is this at? Let's play it. 21 seconds. So, okay, so it's a small world. This is the Minecraft world, but they're calling it Chunked, that's clone. So every single place this person moves, they are, it's being translated. So see them when they're chopping or punching blocks, that's technically mining them. And so it does look like a pretty small space. Not bad, but it makes sense because like in the real world, the real Minecraft game, you can have a super expansive world that goes so far and wide. It's crazy for what some of these creators make out there. But no, this is pretty cool. They're testing what blockchain gaming can actually do and where it can stand. So I love that they're doing this. But MS Squared CEO Rob Whitehead told Decrypt that while it's still in a tech demo state, the game is designed to be a true Web3 game, not just a Web2 game with NFTs bolted on the side, which, oh, nice. Now, Whitehead explained that Chunk doesn't have a traditional server backing it, with everything being supported by the Somnia testnet. As such, if MS Square decided to stop supporting the game, it would still exist on-chain forever and could be picked back up by any community to continue development. So that's actually pretty cool. Now, all of the world's data of Chunk and all of its logic is on Somnia, so it's free to be interacted with and read from indefinitely, Whitehead said. The logic of Chunk is a series of on-chain smart contracts that will be open source, and the community can either use the existing world, data on-chain, or deploy their own contracts and make their own totally separate fork of the world with different rules. So, Now, this isn't just anything new, he added, pointing to the autonomous worlds movement that has attempted to put gaming worlds on chain for these exact reasons. Dark Forest is a primary example of this in play, as a space for exploration game that puts everything on chain and takes advantage of zero-knowledge proofs to maintain mystery. Now, the CCP game's upcoming events or EVE Frontier is a survival-centric spin-off from EVE Online and will do much of the same with Ethereum-based architectures. Now, this challenge right now has been chains, especially layer ones, just haven't had the raw performance to handle large-scale real-time games like this. So with most projects being much simpler games with limited appeal, Whitehead said. So there has been a challenge in making games because some layer ones, they can't cut it. So they moved over to this one. Now, recently, a Crossy Road clone on Mega ETH public testnet went viral as every in-game action was recorded on-chain. as with Chunk did, and it could only be pulled off because of a new era of extremely high performance networks emerging, and the Ethereum's mainnet certainly would not have been up for the task. Now here's the tweet from Mega ETH. There's an on-chain, and then there is on-chain in real time. So what does he mean by that? Let's see. So is this one cross shuffle? Oh, so this is like a simple game out there showcasing that. So it's on-chain in real time. Interesting. So right now we're running on testnet, learning what new kinds of on-chain games are possible, Whitehead said, and we'd love to see this evolve into a persistent on-chain voxel world in mainnet, which is owned and evolved by a community of co-creators. Now, Somnia is expected to hit mainnet sometime this year on this path, and MS Square plans to roll out a series of other on-chain experiments, with the most successful tests due to become full commercial projects once Somnia fully launches onto mainnet. So very cool. So I don't know, I will probably test it out. I've been playing Minecraft. I've taken a long break from it for a while because I've been so busy. But I remember buying like the first Minecraft like back in 2008. Like I had to spend euros to get it. Had to download it from, who was it? Was it Mojang or somebody? They were European based, so I actually had to download it, pay for it from out of euros, and it was super fun. And then just over the years of seeing them evolve and get more popular, it's like, oh, now we're in America, you can download it here, and now we're on game systems where you can play it on your PlayStation, Xbox, and then now it's on your phone, and now there was a movie on it that just came out a couple of weeks ago. So Minecraft has been exploding over the years, and that's cool that people are still working on it. It's a fun, simple game. It's like Legos but digital. You just go out until you create a world and you start building some cool designs and shapes. So yeah, so that's pretty cool that this is happening. This just shows the progression of BlockFi games out there, blockchain crypto games out there, and just it's expanding, and pretty soon, who knows, maybe all games will be blockchainized. So yeah, so way to go, guys. Definitely look forward to the game coming out, and maybe I'll give it a test on the testnet. Now let's move on to our next article on crypto casinos. Yeah, their revenue hit a high in 2024. I think they brought in 81 billion despite global restrictions. Yeah, so let's go through this article here about this. So crypto betting platform Stake has reportedly had a revenue of $4.7 billion in 2024, rivaling traditional betting platforms. So crypto casinos generated more than $81 billion in revenue in 2024, even as regulators in key jurisdictions continue to block access to the platform, according to a news report. Now, citing data from the anti-online crime platform YieldSec, the Financial Times reported that wagers paid in crypto in 2024 generated $81.4 billion in gross gaming revenue. Now, this metric refers to the difference between bets taken and winnings paid out. Now, YieldSec data also showed that the annual revenue for crypto casinos has increased 5 times since 2022, despite gambling sites being blocked in the United States, China, and United States, and the European Union. And come on, if you got a VPN, you can kind of get past that, right? Oh, I'm in the United States. Well, let me put my VPN, say my computer's in Brazil right now, South America. Let's put it over here. So there are as many ways to get by. And then if they're playing with a DeFi crypto wallet out there, so not self-custody, non-custodial, then you're good because they can't really track that. So despite blocks, there are ways to get around it. But crypto casino Stake rivals traditional betting platforms. The betting platform Stake reported that the GGR in 2024 was around 4.7 billion, up 80% since 2022, and that's put it on par with some of the biggest gambling groups such as Entain and Flutter. Entain reported about $5 billion, while Flutter reported $14 billion in revenue in 2024. Now, Stake offers traditional casino games, including blackjack, roulette, and slots. The platform also allows users to bet on sports. Users on the betting platform generally transact in crypto, with account balances being deposited and withdrawn directly into crypto wallets. Now, in 2023, the crypto betting platform was hacked, with $41 million withdrawn from its wallets. On September 4th, 2023, security firms flagged suspicious outflows from the platform, and the company then confirmed that the hack through social media, saying that there were unauthorized transactions from its Ethereum and BNB chain and hot wallets. And that's not the only thing that happened. On September 7th, 2023, the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation said that $41 million hack was executed by notorious North Korean hacking group Lazarus. And again, as you can see, the Lazarus group is the main hackers out there. Like, they are hacking everybody. So we keep hearing their name out there. But gamblers access illegal sites through VPN. So, like I said, even though crypto gambling sites are officially blocked in many jurisdictions, users can access them by bypassing geo-blocking restrictions with VPNs, which allow users to place bets on sites blocked in their country. Former players and crypto users told the FT that many online guides show people how to bypass geo-blocking restrictions to access a crypto gambling platform. Cointelegraph confirmed that some influencers offer online tutorials that teach people how to access block gambling sites. And they go, ready to gamble? Well, crypto casino accounts are also reported being sold on social media platforms, according to Sonia Burgess, the journalist at the iPaper. She said, hundreds of ready-to-gamble crypto casino accounts are being openly sold on Facebook and other mainstream social media sites. I found most sellers were flogging stake profiles, and it shows once again how simple it is to get around safety barriers. Now, users selling accounts that have already passed through the betting site's registration processes. On January 31st, Sky News reported that some users sell pre-verified crypto casino accounts for as little as $10. These ready-to-gamble accounts are reportedly sold on social media sites like Facebook. And that one, when it comes to that, guys, be careful if you're buying a pre-ready-to-go one. Just go the VPN route and do that way. I feel that one's a lot less scammy, because when it comes to like going to social media platforms, that's where a lot of scammers just go to. They thrive on it. So just go to the official site, but use a VPN to hide your location. That's how you can get past the geo-blocking restrictions. But yeah, crypto casinos are still booming in today's days, so they're probably just going to get more and more better. So that's where a lot of crypto people are into. That's just a small sector, maybe a big one too, just to continue gambling. Oh, I gotta get in crypto, because there's a lot of people I've met who oh yeah, I got Bitcoin because I wanted to gamble. I wanted to play poker online, and so it's funny how some people get in cryptos just to continue their gambling. But it's nice to get some numbers out there to see like, well, how well are those crypto casinos doing out there? And it looks like they're doing pretty well. So yeah. Now let's move on to our last article, just talking about fake coins out there, scams. Like, just be careful with like these Elon Musk scam tokens, because CZ, the ex-owner of Binance, received a fake Grok coin amid new waves of Elon Musk scam tokens. Changpeng Zhao addressed received 90 million fake Grok tokens as Elon Musk impersonating scams and phishing attacks see a resurgence. So would you say they sent him that? It's usually a common practice for like usually new coins out there, let alone if it's scams. They send them to big influencers in the space. Usually we've always heard about Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum's creators, like wallet, like he's always getting airdropped all these tokens, and he usually just sells them and then puts them to some organization, some charity out there. But when it comes to like other people out there too, like the CZ, like what's he doing with it? It's like he's not looking for it. What it's showing these people is, or what these scammers are trying to do is, let's see, how do I word this right? They're trying to build credibility with the token itself. That's what they're trying to do, because the people will see the token and they look up like, well, who owns this token? And Binance wallet is a public, well-known wallet. They can just go in there, oh, like CZ owns a lot of it. He may like the token, which means I should get it too. So that's what really goes on with these types of tokens out there. So just be wary of that. But let's go through this article and learn a little about this fake Grok token. So scammers are once again capitalizing on the popularity of Elon Musk's artificial intelligence chatbot, Grok, with fake coins, tokens, or fake tokens again emerging as part of a potential phishing attack. Now, a wallet linked to former Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao, otherwise we call him CZ, received 90 million fake Grok tokens on April 21st, according to blockchain security firm PeckShield. Now, the tokens are likely a scam since the deployer distributed it to multiple addresses via multi-send, PeckShield send, and here is that transaction going to CZ's wallet. Now, the X-platform Grok AI chatbot has no official cryptocurrency and no plans to launch one in the future. So if you see there's a Grok token out there, there is none. There's no real one. Just assume it's a scammer token or it's a pump and dump scheme. So someone made it, they're hoping to pump it and then dump it, and you're just left holding the bag. So be careful out there, because Grok and X already let us know just now that there is no official token or plans for the future of it. So just be wary of that. But fake Grok-related tokens first emerged in 2023 when a scammer deployed an ERC-20 Grok token on Ethereum's blockchain. which led to an overall 90% drop after the deployer sold 0.5% of the total supply, according to blockchain data's visualization platform, Bubble Maps. And here is that Grok coin, like total pump and dump right now. No, this was back in 2023. It was released. They rolled it up, and then they just rugged all the people down there. So you don't want to be left as a bag holder. But scammers often capitalize on credible social media platforms. Large brands of celebrities like Elon Musk cultivate and sense a trust with victims. Oh, I didn't even get to show you the graph as I was looking at it. So here's the Grok token that came out in 2023. And you can see that, yeah, it went up. It was a short little period, just a couple months was how long it was open for. It made its rise. People who were buying in it. Then they got rugged right here. So once it hits the top, the creators of the token will pull that off and then just totally rug you. And you're a bag holder with a token that has no liquidity in it. So if you want to trade it, you won't get what you want for it. But Meta was also the most mimicked brand in phishing reports back then in 2024, according to a report by email security provided by Mail Salute. So even Meta had a lot of scams out there just for phishing attempts going at them. Now, Coinbase was the most impersonated brand by scammers in crypto's industry, but Meta was targeted by over 25 times as many scammers as the cryptocurrency exchange. And we saw on the exchange a couple of weeks ago, and it's still going on right now, you may get a text message saying, oh, your Coinbase account is having some issues. Be sure to log in. If you ever get a text message from Coinbase, just delete it right there. It's a scam. Do not fall for it. I want to keep saying that just so if you missed any previous videos, just delete it. No one's reaching out to you to let you know something's going on. It's just ignore it, block it. It's a scam. Like if there's anything truly wrong with your account, log into your account on your own. You already have that website bookmarked. You already have the app on your phone. Just log on in and you're fine. Never click on any links they provide you, any emails. Just block, delete it. That way you don't get tempted to click or look at it again. But Elon Musk related scams and fake coins see a resurgence lately. Elon Musk-related scams and fake tokens are seeing a big resurgence as scammers continue vying for investors' crypto holdings. Now, a fake announcement claiming to be an official AI Elon Musk stream giving away $20,000 for the cryptocurrency was flagged on April 14th by crypto recovery and security advocate Dennis Thomas. Now, here was that fake ad that was posted online. Tesla Foundation 20 million cryptocurrency giveaway. Oh, yeah, that's not happening, so do not fall for that. Now, multiple other Elon Musk-related meme coins were launched on the BNB Smart Chain in recent weeks, according to a scam detector platform. So yeah, scam coin Elon Musk meme, Elon, the contract address is here. It's on Binance. If you have this token, that's another scam one. Just be aware. But phishing scams like address poisoning involve tricking victims into sending assets to fraudulent wallet addresses. And phishing scams cost the crypto industry over $1 billion across 296 incidents in 2024, making them a major threat, according to blockchain security firm Certica. So guys, let's be very careful. Be sure you're aware of all these scams going on. Follow my channel because I usually have some scam at the end of my news every single time because I'm making it aware so that way you guys know what's going on, what's happening, and that way you don't fall for any of these. Because again, scammers and phishers are always going to be there, and like in times like these, like pre-bull runs, wherever we are in the market phase, like they come in full force. So just be wary of what you're doing online. Keep your safe internet hygiene safe. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Like just practices, checking the URL, checking emails, like actual email addresses, like who's actually sending you stuff, and just keep your hygiene completely secure. But that is it for all the news I have for you. We already saw the coin market, the fear and greed index is at 32. Bitcoin is currently at 87,000. Ethereum is at 15. And XRP is $2. So, pretty nice. But that is it for you. Hope everybody has a fabulous Monday. And again, if you guys need help with crypto, give us a call, join the club, and we got you. So guys, I will see you again tomorrow, hopefully at noon, as long as I don't get sidetracked again. So again, sorry for being late, and I will be back again tomorrow. So see you then. Peace.
Tired of jumping through hoops to buy Bitcoin? Frustrated with endless paperwork and invasive identity checks? Introducing Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club's loan program. No KYC required. Say goodbye to the hassle and hello to freedom. Borrow up to $250,000 at as little as 7% interest. Join our community and take control of your financial future. Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where privacy meets opportunity. Connect with like-minded individuals and grow together. Visit us today and unlock your $250,000 Bitcoin loan. Your journey to financial freedom starts here.